Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share about 5 in a row, specifically their mini units. I'm just going to kind of share a review, what I think about them, how we use them in our family. And also after I share about that, I'm going to share a little bit of what we did when we went through this mini unit specifically. So stay tuned for that. So if you're new around here, my name is Hannah and I am a homeschool mom of 4 little ones, ages 9, 7, 4, and a baby on the end. And we primarily do Simply Charlotte Mason as our core curriculum. We do some guidance from Ambleside as well, but I was first introduced to the 5 in a row mini units a little over a year ago. I think this is our 6th mini unit that we have done, and we love them. And I'm going to share about why I love them and how we use them, how I implement them in our homeschool routine in this video. So if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have used 5 in a row in your school or the mini units or their full curriculum, I would love for you to share with me what you like and don't like, all of the above, in the comments below. So the 5 in a row mini units, the first thing I really like about them is they're actually designed for ages 2 through 12. So it really gives you that one room, schoolroom feel. All 3 of my older kids can do this together based on their level. The second thing that I like about the 5 in a row mini units is they pick out books that are based on seasons, holidays, characters, anything that might usually fall along the lines of a calendar year, okay? So I've been able to use these in addition to our curriculum to just take a moment to enjoy a certain season or holiday. The third thing I like about the mini units is they give you basically 5 ideas for the middle ages that you can use. And so for us, it's really worked well to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Of course, you can pick and choose what you like. I'm going to share with you what we did in this unit specifically. When we first did our first 2 mini units, we really only did like 2 of the activities, and then we read the book multiple times. Still was definitely worth it. So those are a few of the things that I like about the mini units. With Charlotte Mason and using her focus of just having a feast of ideas and living books, we do read a lot of literature already. However, we're reading not necessarily picture books and not reading these short picture books over and over again. But with a 4-year-old in tow, I think that this is not only fun for my older 2 daughters, but it's also fun to be able to include the 4-year-old in a book that he can kind of get into. Because, for example, right now in our read aloud, in our morning basket, we're reading The Princess and the Goblin. And I do think he's maybe picking up some of the themes, but most of the time he's coloring or off playing with toys. So this gives him a chance to kind of be a little more part of the literature part of our morning time. And my 7 and 9-year-old daughters don't feel like they're being babied down. They actually, if you ask my 9-year-old, she loves these. Like, she'll tell you, 5 in a row. Are we doing another 5 in a row? And I am erring on the side of caution in terms of overusing these, and I'm going to specifically share with you in just a minute how I implement these into our semesters. But I only do 2 a semester at the most, simply because I don't want to burn out on them. I want it to be something that we can enjoy for the remainder of their school years and really just get to soak it in, and also not too often where it's disrupting our own things that we're doing with artists and composers and our, just regular science and geography and different things that we're following with Ambleside and Simply Charlotte Mason. So that's really important to me as well. So I feel like this school year, we found a really good balance doing 2 in our first semester, and then now we finished 2 in this semester, and I'm going to pick 2 more for the spring semester as well. And so If you'd like me to share with you before I do them, let me know in the comments. So recently we did Groundhog Day. This was one of their mini units for the month of February. And then before we broke for New Year's, we did the Great Spruce. And that was kind of like Christmassy winter mini unit. And that was a lot of fun. Actually, I think we were doing it in my day in the life that I filmed before Christmas, which I can link in the description below if you want to see some more day in the life action. So what I do is when I'm planning out my 12-week semesters, we do 3 12-week semesters. We do 6 weeks on, 1 week off, 6 weeks on, and then 1 week off, depending if it's Christmas breaks and all that. So in those 12-week semesters, I'm choosing the 2 5-minute rows, and then I just pick the week that works well. Obviously, we did Groundhog Day, the week of Groundhog Week, and then I figure out what would work well. And I'm going to show you just kind of an example of like what they do here. So they basically will give you just like a description. You can just print it out and it'll have every subject. And I'm not, for copyright issues, I'm not going to show you exactly what they do, but they do 1 social studies. You can do 1 art project. You can do a science and like math kind of STEM project. Usually a social studies, literature, and I'm going to share with you what we did for Groundhog Day. And I actually recorded some of it so you can kind of see it in real life action, what that looked like for us. So once I have downloaded the mini units, which are only $10, and so $20 a semester to have a little just fun planned out for me, fun unit study planned out for me where I don't have to do anything but rent a few books from the library and pick out what days I want to do, what projects. Super straightforward. So I will then take their little handy guide here that also comes with the unit, and I will go ahead and write like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what I'm going to do on those days. And then also in the mini units, they give you an additional reading list, which is super fun. And all I did was go on my library and I was able to rent all the books that we wanted like a week ahead, because they did get shipped from a whole bunch of neighboring libraries in the area. So some of like a couple of them, it didn't even get to my library for like a week. So you do want to plan a little bit ahead if you want to do the extra reading. But it was super fun to do the extra reading. So let me share with you a little bit about what we did in the 5 days. Oh, there's my dog. And then I'll share with you a little clips of our real day in the life action with these 5 things. So on Monday, we did the social studies aspect and we discussed the different holidays, what was Groundhog Day, what was Valentine's Day. We went St. Patrick's and even touched on Easter a little bit, kind of procuring their interest for the future. So we went through the history of those 4 holidays, which they thought was super interesting. It's all written out in the mini unit. You don't have to look anything up. It's all done for you. And then we also read Cranberry Valentine, which was a lot of fun. On Tuesday, we chose to do the language arts, which was writing a dialogue. So Groundhog Day is written in like a dialogue format. The little creatures are talking back and forth. And I will share with you what the girls wrote. They actually will, they videotape themselves sharing what they wrote. It's pretty funny. So we did a fun dialogue and we read a book called Brownie and the Groundhog, which was really cute. On Wednesday, we did art silhouettes. And so those did not turn out quite like I expected. We will have to maybe do that craft again next year. But I will show you in a video how those turned out. And then we did the book, What Makes a Shadow, and another one, Shape of Me by Dr. Seuss. So those were really interesting books. And I couldn't believe the timing. Okay, sorry about that. I had to do a quick thing. I couldn't believe that I didn't even plan this, that the geography that we're doing with the Charlotte Mason Elementary Geography, we have been talking about the sun and the moon and the rotation of the earth and all of these things. And then We did Groundhog Day about Groundhog Day, and it was about the shadow. And these books that were the extra reading, it was like perfect. I did not plan that, but I was very happy that it worked out so well. So if you are studying those things right now in your school, this might be a lot of fun for you. So Thursday we did math. It was a calendar. I'll show you all that in the video after this. And we read another book called Groundhog and the Weather School. And then on Friday we discussed sundials, all about time. We did not make a sundial because when we did this book, we live in Wisconsin, it was like 0 degrees outside. We actually had probably the most frigid week that we've had all winter. So bitterly cold. If you're one of my local friends and you're watching this video, you know what week I'm talking about. So we have not made our sundial, but we will have a garden this spring, and so we'll just revisit this idea and make a sundial to go with it. So anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I will just, show you guys little clips from our video and kind of day in the life of us doing this book. But if you've not tried a 5 in a row mini unit and you do other curriculum, this is something that you can just kind of add in. You don't have to do the 5 in a row curriculum to use their little mini units. And I personally, with my little ones, because they're 9, 7, and 4, it's like a great age to kind of break up the things that we're doing daily in our morning basket. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Stay tuned to see some day in the life. Okay, so we just wrapped up day 2 of our 5 in a row mini unit.
It was super fun.
Groundhog Day, super fun. Okay, so of course we read the story again, so we do that every single day. And in today's activity, we focused on the language art part of the book. And if you notice, most of this book is written in like a dialogue format. So let me get you an example here. The creatures talking to one another back and forth. So a lot of dialogue. So I'm going to share with what they did here in a second. We also, it comes with a recommended list of other books. So today we also read What Makes a Shadow, and that was just like an extra reading along with our book.
Because the groundhog, if he sees a shadow, that means 3 more weeks later.
6 more weeks.
6.
Okay, so before the girls read their experiment, let me share with you what they did. Okay, so for the language art lessons of this 5 in a row, it was suggested to have your younger and your older student write out a few, this was for ages 5 through 9, and have them write out a few lines of dialogue between 2 characters. So both girls went ahead and did that, and there were some parameters and recommendations of grammar principles that they could follow that we talked about, as in changing paragraphs, having proper quotation marks and tags. All of those things were kind of fully encompassing it. So I did expect my 9-year-old to make sure that she had those, because she has covered those kinds of punctuation rules a little bit. She's going a little bit in her Simply Charlotte Mason language. So anyways, the girls would like to share with you their dialogues, and I will turn the camera around and show you.
I'm going to go first.
Juliet's going to go first. Okay.
The sock and the glove. You stink, said the glove. How rude, said the sock. Well, it's true, responded the glove. No, 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 yelled the sock. Then the glove said, oh, all right, friends. Friends, said the sock. The end.
Very good dialogue, Juliet. And she also wanted to draw a picture. Okay, now Adelaide is going to share with us her dialogue example.
Mine is about 2 dogs called Chapper and Missy. Chapper was at the park. Missy was coming. Chapper, said Missy, can I have a turn on the swing? No, said Chapper. I was here first. I'm telling Mom, said Missy. Mama, Mama, Chapper won't share the swing, and he's had a long turn. Whatever she's telling you is a lie. I just got it. That's not true, said Missy. Okay, said Mom. How about you take turns? Why, said Chapper. Because if you do, you can both have a turn, said Mom. Okay, only if Missy takes turns too, said Chapper. I will, she said. Okay, then we'll take turns, said Chapper. Yes, we will. Missy. The end.
Very good, Adelaide. Can I see your
lesson.
lesson so I can kind of show them how we worked on quotation marks and things?
Yep.
Very good. So Adelaide here is in 4th grade. So what we worked on was just properly putting in her different quotation marks, going to a new line whenever the dialogue was switching from person to person. So, and then she put the name and date. Okay, so day 3 of our 5 in the row unit, Groundhog Day. We additionally read this cute little book from the library about the shape of me, which was going to go and other stuff, which goes along with us making a silhouette of ourselves. So
this one's Michael's.
Oh, they can't see it. View.
That one's Michael's.
He's 4.
This is
Mommy. Apparently, I have a huge nose. Yeah.
This is Juliet. She's 7. And that's me. I'm 9.
Yep. So this was actually a lot of fun, right, girls?
6, yeah.
To like create these little
it was
silhouettes.
A little bit hard to
make. A little
make.
challenging, but good time overall. Okay, for day 4 of our little 5 in the row unit, we did an applied math lesson. So we figured out how many weeks were between Groundhog Day and Easter. And how many weeks were there, girls?
10.
10 weeks, right? Actually 71 days, just over 10 weeks. So they made
this one
these.
Was mine. Juliet did the groundhog coming out of his burrow and seeing his shadow because he saw a shadow.
Okay, so very good, Adelaide. We had them make these little calendars. This was actually their first time doing any sort of like calendar work. So it was very interesting. They got to figure out that, when one day ends on like a Tuesday.
Yeah, because it jumps in and goes to the next day. I didn't know that. I thought every month start on the first day of Sunday.
Sunday, right. So that they learned that today, which was really interesting. We put in the holidays and the St. Patrick's Day, the 4 holidays that were kind of discussed in this story.
And they said we could add extras, Mom.
Yeah, we had 2 birthdays. So they're actually going to follow these along, and we're just going to head and use these until Easter just for the fun of it. But I think this was actually
it was fun.
It was a really fun craft. They really enjoyed just kind of understanding how the holidays work.
I don't know why. So, 5 in the row, it's like my favorite because I have so many fun things I get to do.
Yeah, 5 in the row is fun because it just changes things up a little bit. Okay, so if you stuck around through the rest of that video, you got a little behind the scenes day in the life of how we're actually doing like a mini unit. And so hopefully you found that helpful or at least entertaining in the least. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to join us more of our homeschool journey and the things that I share here in this channel. I would love and appreciate if you click the subscribe button below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.